Feeling stressed out, worried, and overwhelmed, and facing a diagnosis and not knowing where to turn is not a fun place to be. I've been there. In this video, I tell you my story and tell you why I do the things that I do and how I can put these tools into your hands. So if you're interested, keep watching. Hello, beautiful friends. My name is 𝗕𝗢𝗦𝗘. I'm a certified nutritionist and a functional nutrition lifestyle practitioner. I'm also the founder of Nourish Functional Nutrition, where I teach you how to get to the root causes of your symptoms and how to use food as medicine. In this channel, I give you all of the tools that I have at my disposal to help you go from confused and frustrated about your health to empowered and excited to take your health to the next level. If you like what you see, be sure to subscribe and remember to tap on the bell so that you can get notified when I release a new video. Feeling completely overwhelmed, anxious, and unable to know where to turn for answers because your doctor is not giving you any tools or anything to do to get better is a very frustrating place to be, and I have been there, believe me. A number of my clients come to me for this reason. My name is 𝗕𝗢𝗦𝗘 with Nourish Functional Nutrition, and today I'm here to tell you that there is hope for you. When I was a young woman in my 30s, I felt at the top of my game and nothing could go wrong. I was resilient. I took on the anxiety that came with the stressful job that I had, and I just ran with it. I literally ran with it. I ran every day, and I felt like running was keeping me sane. And so that was then, and this is now. I'm 57 years old, and I have been through a bout with anxiety, with high blood sugar, with hypothyroidism, and now with osteoporosis. And I'm here to tell you that there's hope for you. In functional nutrition, we look at the environment in which a disease or a condition presents itself. So just because your father or your mother or someone in your gene pool had a condition, it doesn't mean that you will develop it. But we all will go through different conditions where conventional medicine is not giving us the answers. It happened to me, and I'm here to tell you that there are ways that you can get the answers that you're looking for. So my story is that my father had diabetes. He had type 2 diabetes. I became a dietitian because when I went to see my advisor in college to tell them that I wanted to go into medical school, they said, "Do you know how many people or how many women got into medical school last year?" The key was that she used how many foreign women got into medical school last year. And I said, "No," and she goes, "0." And she put her hand in front of my face. I took her word for it, and I gave up on my medical school dream and became a dietitian. I found the profession very fulfilling to a point. I was working in hospitals, but I wasn't making a difference. So I went to work for the corporate world for 23 years, during which I was extremely anxious, worried, traveling a lot, and putting a lot of burden on my body. I hope this is sounding familiar to you. Now, our bodies are affected by toxins, and the toxins that affect us could be environmental, like chemical exposure, for example. If you're exposed to heavy metals like lead or mercury or anything that affects your body chemically. You could be affected by toxins in the form of a parasite, if you got food poisoning, or if you have exposure to a parasite perhaps in the food that you have eaten. Or you could have a toxic relationship or a toxic environment. In my case, I had a toxic environment because I perceived it as toxic. I was doing something outside of my comfort zone, which put me into the fight or flight mode every single day. So as time went on, my blood sugar went up, and I want you to start thinking about your body and your symptoms, and start thinking how your body is speaking to you and how your body is telling you that there's something off balance. And this is what the body does. The body heals itself but it's constantly sending you signals in the form of symptoms. These are messengers, and these messengers are letting you know that there's something off balance, in that it's trying to recruit you, your brain, and your ability to aid your body to heal itself. Going back to what I was experiencing, because the anxiety I was under and the stress that I was under, my cortisol levels, and cortisol is a hormone that is secreted when you are in fight or flight, or when you're very anxious and stressed out. So that cortisol level was high, and I could feel it pump through my body, but I didn't know what to do about it. Now, cortisol is related to insulin production, and insulin is another hormone. So as you can see, everything is connected in the body. That insulin level was going up, and the higher the insulin was, the more I craved carbs. And because I was a runner, I thought that I could handle the carbs, but in reality, my blood sugar was going up and up and up. By the time my doctor told me, hey, your blood sugar is elevated, and by the way, you have Hashimoto's thyroiditis, which is hypothyroidism. By the way, I just did last week's video was on the thyroid, so you may want to check that out. I really, with all of my training, 7 years of education, a master's degree in nutrition, I still didn't know what to do with that information, and I sat with it for 2 years. I sat with that information, just panicking and making things worse and worse and worse. And as time went on, this turned into osteoporosis. The high cortisol was eating at my bones also. So these are things that your body works silently on, and it's struggling to overcome. But we have tools. We have tools that say, okay, your environment is affecting you, but in what way? And so I started changing my diet. I started changing my breathing patterns. I started meditating, praying, and going into silence and calming that nervous system, that autonomic nervous system, which is the one that is in charge of the fight or flight, or the rest and digest. Rest and digest is the place where we want to be, because that's where we grow and that's where we heal. Unless we can be in that mode, we are otherwise breaking down our bodies. And that comes in the form of many, many things. And you may have symptoms like inability to sleep, inability to lose weight, feeling fatigued all the time, unfocused, brain fog, lack of concentration, forgetting words. All of these things are symptoms that your body is not healing properly. So the good news is that there are many tools that you can use to bring everything back into balance. And this is what I do. I recognize that everything in my body is connected. I had to go through everything that I have been through. How do other people do it when they don't have the training and they don't have the information or the tools? And this is why I do what I do. I am offering this to you. I have it available. I have been through all of this, and I want to make it available to you. So please let me know if this is helpful, and let me know what you're interested in hearing about, or schedule a free 15-minute discovery call with me where we can discuss your situation. But remember, everything begins in the gut. Go back and listen to some of the videos that I have put out so that you can understand that our guts break down under stress, and that this is the source of many of the things that are going on in the body. There are tests that we can run. There are things that we can do. Your diet can change. Your sleep habits can change. Your exercise can change your mind, your body, your spirit. In accessing these emotions and feeling like you are making a difference is healing unto itself. So please feel free to schedule a free discovery call with me, and we can discuss your conditions. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. And remember to subscribe and tap on the bell so that you can get notified when I release a new video. I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.